Hey there everybody, it's JP from Miley System Pro. I'm here with Kim Ward. She's the member of the month for October of 2020. Congratulations, Kim, and thank you for being on the call.
Thank you so much. This is the greatest honor, truly.
Well, it's great to have you on. So again, you worked hard to get this achievement, so thank you very much for being here. Now, let's get started by telling everyone a little bit about you. So who are you? Where did you come from? Where do you live? All the information that you want to give out, as much as you feel comfortable doing. And then also let us know what leadership level you are with MLSP.
Wow, that's a loaded question. So I'm currently in L1. I am originally from Boston, so super type A, city girl. And I had a corporate career that I loved. I started working in the corporate industry around the age of 18, and I worked my way up the ladder very quickly. I was the youngest manager, managing about 68 different employees. But with that, I realized how much of my life I was really trading off. And so missing my kids, my son was usually the first one at daycare, the very last one picked up from daycare. There was no such time off. There was no vacations. I had 2 cell phones at all times. If there was a fire at the office, my computer would be up. So, I very young, but very quickly saw, what am I doing? So believe it or not, at the age of 31, I threw caution to the wind and I left my corporate career that I worked extremely hard for. And I entered the world of entrepreneurship. And that led me to MLSP in 2015. So the journey from there is like a roller coaster. I think for many of us, it is about timing, and it's about appreciating the journey and just kind of aligning with where we are. So fully transparent, I joined MLSP in 2015-ish for the first time. And I wasn't ready, man. I wasn't ready for my journey. I wasn't ready for the experience. I was doing a lot of things wrong, spamming people, trying to hit up every friend and family member that came in my direction, and it wasn't working. I was stuck, I was broke, I was frustrated, but I also wasn't implementing the things that I was learning. So it wasn't really a big surprise that I wasn't where I wanted to be. So in my bio for Member of the Month, I had stated overwhelm is the word that I used when I quit MLSP. And I walked away, and that spiraled a pretty intense 2-year depression. I allowed myself to really, really self-sabotage and talk myself out of why I wasn't worthy of success and growth and all of the things that I wanted. And my husband, who was a firefighter, a lieutenant with fire rescue, he was bringing in a very healthy 6-figure income. So I didn't really have the pressure of growing this big business that I thought I wanted. And so I kept making promises to my husband, when you retire, I'm going to be making enough money to support you. You've given your life, and our family has really given so much for you to be at the fire station as a first responder. And so I've got your back, basically, is what I would tell him. And internally, I felt like a liar. I felt like a fraud. And I just kept going through the motions, not really understanding how to get out of this self-perpetuated whirlpool. So lo and behold, I found an MLSP webinar, a Wednesday night webinar, with the awesome Brian Finale and the coach that night, Steve Krivda. And I was drawn into their energy. I was drawn into the passion. One thing that MLSP focuses on is gratitude. And I didn't feel gratitude for much of anything at that point in my life. So I thought, okay, I'm just going to listen and hear what they have to say. And I had a massive, massive breakthrough that night. And that was 2018. And I felt all of the things, all of the emotions just fill me back up. And I thought, I can do this. And I hired my coach. And it was my MLSP coach. And what I learned through that process is that I was telling myself stories. I was feeding into my limiting beliefs. And I also had the control to stop that self-perpetuated stuff. And so I decided to jump off that hamster wheel and take intentional control of my life and my decisions. And that's when I started to show up daily and consistently. That's when I got back onto the morning wake-up calls because I needed that to fuel my cup and fill my cup. And really, the simplicity, it's not easy, but the simplicity of what MLSP teaches, I started to implement. And so I came back into the community with 100% planted my flag. And in less than 3 months, I ended up earning #1 spot in the summer affiliate contest. I've enrolled a crazy amount of MLSP affiliates myself in a short period of time. And as we speak right now, there's another affiliate contest going on, and I have been in first place consistently since the launch of that affiliate contest as well. So we've retired my husband. We now live in Tennessee. We're no longer in South Florida or Massachusetts. We're in Tennessee. And he is not a do what he wants or stay at home dad. He's not a work at home dad. He truly is a do whatever the heck he wants dad. So in such a short period of time, I took all of my I can'ts, I won'ts, I'm not good enough, implemented what I learned through MLSP to grow my primary business, retire my husband, win, and I'm claiming that second win of the second contest here now, win 2 consecutive MLSP contests, God forbid, and hit L1 and now reach the member of the month status. And that once you make a decision, this is what's possible. Super long-winded answer.
That was perfect. Normally I need to ask a bunch of questions to get all that out, so that was great. Okay, we're done, people. Wrap. But no, that was great. So with everything that you're doing, what type of marketing strategy is your primary focus?
Facebook. I'm on Facebook, so I have now grown my primary business to a 6-figure business, 100% on Facebook.
Nice.
And I will tell you.
Strategies.
Okay, so speaking. So Facebook Lives are a very big strategy for me. Networking is a huge strategy. So really finding the groups of passions, hobbies, and things that I identify with and that I can go into and really have just organic conversations with people and see where those conversations lead. Honestly, those are pretty much my 2 strategies. That's what I spend my time doing. That's it.
Awesome. What would be some advice that you would give to someone just starting out? That we're all obviously going to be hitting roadblocks along the way. So what would be your advice to somebody just hitting the ground running?
You know, I did use the word overwhelm, and I want to address that because now that I've had tremendous growth and I'm in the place that I'm at, I want you to know that overwhelm does not exist. So us as human beings can really only focus on one thing effectively at a time. When we try to do too much and too many things at once, that's when we can feel like we're overwhelmed. So really take it step by step. If you're coming into the community, for example, that's what's there. It's the start here, and it's take it one step at a time. Don't try to tackle everything. Don't try to fast forward or skip steps. You're really only hurting yourself in the long run. And then maybe the second piece to that is one thing that really, really helped me when I felt like I was at my worst. And, you know, we focus a lot on gratitude and affirmations in this community. And that's been a really big part of my personal growth and overcoming those temporary struggles. We as humans can feel that if we're stating affirmations, how it can feel kind of like a lie to ourselves. So if I'm sitting here and I don't have a big, large team, but I'm saying I'm a fantastic leader, there's going to feel like you're maybe out of integrity with what you're saying, or you feel like you're just straight up lied to yourself because you know you're not that leader yet. What I started to do was ask myself one very powerful affirmation every single morning. And that's simply stating the affirmation in a question form. So when I wanted to know, how can I show up more powerfully? That's what I got out of bed and asked myself every single morning. How can I show up more powerfully? How can I find the people who need me, who I can serve? And I started to hold my shoulders up a little taller, my head up a little taller, and I started to step into that person who is providing the answer to that question without really even realizing it. So those are two critical pieces to kind of experiencing, that growth and that journey.
Awesome. Great advice. If someone is looking for help or they wanting to connect with someone like yourself to help handhold or mentor them towards reaching their goals similar to what you have achieved, how would they reach out to you? Facebook page, website?
So I'm all over Facebook and I do have a website. It's called lifebydesignsolutions.com. And that's because once I entered the MLSP community and really took my power back, I saw pretty quickly that we can truly design our lives. We don't have to fall victim. And so Life by Design Solutions is kind of where I hang out.
Perfect. Well, again, thank you very much for being on the call today with me, Kim. That was great advice, and I hope a lot of people can take some knowledge from the stories and experiences that you've gathered over the years. Again, thank you and congratulations for being Member of the Month for October of 2020. And early congratulations for winning the affiliate contest. We'll see how that shows up.
Thank you so very much. I appreciate your time.
My pleasure.
Thank you.